I'm looking here at the radar. We've got a pretty big rain shower coming up ahead, and since it's getting dark and we were hoping to make a landfall in this harbor, it's looking like it'll be a little tricky. And we've been really excited to come to the south and west coast of Italy.
This week we travel along the Tyrrhenian coast of Italy to one of the most important archaeological finds ever, the Roman city of Pompeii. But before we set sail from the island nation of Malta, where our voyage begins, we have some tips for getting the best experience when traveling, including finding good local restaurants and festivals. And we speak with a yachtmaster instructor for hints if you're thinking of getting into sailing.
We just bring it round nice and gently. We've got to keep looking at the front.
Join us as we sail to the distant shores of Italy.
It's the end of November, and it is way too late to be leaving this coast of England and trying to get to the Canaries to cross the Atlantic. But that's what we're doing. We're getting going on a brand new boat. I'm so excited. Come along for the ride.
In this episode of Distant Shores, we take you to England and through the process of having a new semi-custom boat built. While we await the completion of our new southerly 42, we head west to Cornwall to explore sights along this coast. In Falmouth, home of classic yachts, we sail aboard the Jenny Wren. We also learn about traditional boat building and the important work done by volunteers of the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, then return to Chichester Harbour to launch the new boat and prepare her and us for her maiden voyage.
Christopher Columbus visited here before he started his second transatlantic, and we're doing the same.
Come aboard for the first major voyage on our new southerly 42 sailboat as we sail from England to Madeira and the Canary Islands, where we prepare for a 3-week passage across the Atlantic Ocean. Joining us for this adventure are long-term cruising sailors Wayne and Angie, who help us celebrate New Year's.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! And share the watch at sea as we sail day and night for nearly 3,000 miles across the Atlantic to the island of Antigua and begin a season of island hopping through the turquoise seas of the Caribbean. The Bahamas stretch for almost 500 miles from Florida past Cuba to almost Haiti and the Dominican Republic. This time we're exploring some of the most remote of these islands as we visit French Wells and Long Key in the Crooked Acklands Atoll, then across the channel to Long Island. Here we go on to the Great Bahama Bank at Dollar Harbor and then on to Georgetown, the largest settlement in the southern Bahamas.
By lunchtime, we notice a dramatic change in the color of the water as we sail on to the shallow water of the Great Bahama Bank. Swimming pool blue replaces the dark sapphire blue we were seeing earlier in the day when we were sailing in deep water. Now we have to keep an eye on the depth, which at the moment is about 15 feet or 5 meters. But as we approach Dollar Harbor, there are coral heads to avoid. Fortunately, the water in the Bahamas is so clear they're easy to spot as distinct dark patches against the sand bottom. Still, it's a good idea to have someone stationed up at the bow with eyes peeled to keep a good lookout.
Isn't this water amazing? We're stopping at Dollar Key tonight. There's big distances between the islands. It's quite an isolated spot, so it should be pretty interesting.